This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. Finally, today we are going to cover how to set up APM on Windows machine. Finally, I got my Windows laptop, and today we are going to check how to set up APM on Windows machine. Right? I would say Windows, not window machine. So I have Windows 10 available on my system, and today we will see how to download that. But before that, guys, make sure that Java is available on your system. And if Java is not available, please go to Oracle site and download Java JDK 1.8. So make sure JDK 1.8, okay, install it, and it's available in your system. So when it's available, you just need to go to your command prompt, okay, in Windows, and in command prompt, just type Java space hyphen version, and make sure that okay, it's showing Java version 1.8 or something. Right, so make sure that okay, Java 1.8 is available, guys. So we will not install 1.9, 1.10 on 1.11. You have to download only 1.8, then only it will work properly. If you have 1.11 or 1.10 version, please uninstall it and download JDK 1.8. Right, so when you download it, you need to go to your C drive. Let's see, I'm going to my C drive. In C drive, program files. In program files, Java folder should be created, and you should have these two options, JDK 1.8 and JRE 1.8. Because we have downloaded JDK 1.8, it will have both JDK and JRE both. So make sure that okay, this is the file path. Now, so I'm not going to tell that how to install JDK. We have already seen so many times, and it's very simple. And JDK 1.8 is already available in your system, then no need to download it again. Okay, so this is the first thing. Second thing is, guys, what we need to do, that we need to install Android Studio now. Okay, Android Studio. So how will you install Android Studio? So to Android Studio, I'll do one thing. I'll show you one website. I mean, on their developerandroid.com, we have to go. So you just simply go to developer and developer.android and .com. Okay, hyphen studio hyphen index.html. Okay, so make sure the spelling is correct. DEVE developer, DEVELOPER .android.com. And oops, something is wrong. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Studio. Okay, so maybe I can take this particular URL for you guys, and I'll copy paste over here in my Word document. So you just need to go to this particular site, and then simple Android Studio. So we have automatically, my machine is Windows 64-bit. So if your machine is 32-bit, you have to download 32-bit. But these days, most of the machines are with 64-bit. So simple click on download this. I accept the license agreement and download Android Studio for this. And it's around 970 MB. So let it quickly download. It will take around 1 minute to download if your internet speed is good. And make sure that okay, guys, you have enough space available on your system. And for Windows, guys, make sure that at least 4 GB RAM to 8 GB RAM should be there. Otherwise, when you start the APM server later, and then if you're executing your code also, it will not work properly. Your computer might be slow. So make sure that okay, at least you should have at least um, Core i3 generation and Core i3 or maybe 5th generation or 8th generation laptop is there, especially on Windows laptop, and enough space is there. Okay, and but if you have only 1 GB RAM and 2 GB RAM, it won't work properly. It will be very slow, because you will be having Android Studio as well. Later on, you will be having simulators, emulators, as well as APM server is also running, node server is also running. So it will be a problematic situation, right? So make sure that okay, you have all these things, proper system configuration on with you. So I think this is almost done. Then we will see. Okay, so I think this is done. We will go to this particular show in folder and let it do the final thing. Yeah, so once it is done, we will double click on it, and So it will, on Windows it takes some time. It's not like very fast as compared to Mac machine. So it will take some time to check all the configurations and the system settings, and then it will launch Android Studio to be installed. So we have to install Android Studio. Right now we have just downloaded. Now we have to install it properly. Right. So let's wait for some time. It's verifying a couple of things. The setup is loading and installer is getting verified. And like okay. So it's simple, say yes, give the permission, and yeah. So welcome to Android Studio setup, and click on next. Click on next. Okay. So this is a complete where exactly it will be installed. So it will be installed in your C program files, Android Studio. If you want to change the file location, you can change it, but according to me, don't change it. And it's saying that at least 500 MB for free space should be available on your system. So click on next, and after that, okay, just click on install. So it will start installing, and so it takes some time to install. So let it be installed. I'm not going to, okay, let it be. I'm not going to stop the video. So because it's a huge file, it's a huge studio actually, the complete Android Studio, which is also used for the Android app development. So developers also using the same Android Studio for developing their apps, for Android apps especially. So let it be done, and then we will see how exactly we can proceed further, right? So I hope if you are using Mac machine, for Mac installation for Appium, I have already explained in my previous video. This installation will be a little difficult. I mean, not difficult actually, a little different as compared to Appium, as compared to Appium on iOS. So I think this is almost done. Then we'll see. So my machine configuration is really good. It's 500 GB hard disk is available, and 8 GB RAM is available with Core i5 8th generation processor I'm using. So installation, download, server start, and everything, it will be very good. So I think this is done. Then click on next, and then simple. Okay. So start Android Studio and click on finish. So once you do this, it will take a couple of seconds to, okay, launch Android Studio. So let's wait for some time. And it's saying somewhere, okay. So I think this is the thing. It's saying that import Android Studio settings from. So you do one thing, that simple select do not import settings and click on OK. And you can see that Android Studio is getting launched. It is a product of IntelliJ platform. The same IntelliJ editor we are using for Java development as well. Same thing. So simple say don't send. Okay, so it is actually downloading a couple of SDK components, and then it will show you this particular screen. And you just need to click on next and click on standard. Don't click on custom. Go to next and click on next, and click on finish. So then it will take around another couple of minutes, quickly within 1 minute I think it will be downloaded. So it will actually downloading all the complete SDK and extracting all the SDK, unzipping SDK and everything, all the jar files, all the different components with respect to, okay, internal libraries, system libraries of SDK. Everything is getting used over here. So let it done, and once it is done, then we will see. Okay, so if you really want to see what is happening in the background, you can click on show details, and it will keep showing you that, okay, what are the different jar files and zip files. It's okay, it's downloading. So it takes a little time.
This conference will now be recorded.
So guys, after a couple of doing a couple of things, actually I stopped the recording, and then because it was taking around 10 minutes in my laptop initially. So it's saying that, okay, yeah, this is also done. finally it will show you this message that okay, HAXM Intel HAXM installed successfully and Android SDK is up to date. Okay, so make sure that okay, you should get these two messages, and then you just click on finish. And the moment you click on finish, you will see that okay, Android Studio 3.141, this particular wizard will be opened on your system. And after that, what you need to do that you need to go to configure and click on SDK Manager. So the moment you click on SDK Manager, this is the Android SDK location that you need to pick. And okay, and here you can select your emulators, devices, and everything over here. So if, let's see, I'm just selecting um, first of all, just copy this particular SDK location, and whatever the different emulators you want for Android API level, different versions you can select. So let's say the current version is going on 9.0 Pi. I need 8.1 Oreo also. I need 7.0 Nugget also, and Marshmallow also, and maybe one Lollipop. Lollipop is nobody's using these days. So let's see, one Android 6 and one Android 7, 8, and 9 I have taken. And let's see, click on simple apply. And so sometime if these APIs are not available, you need to install it. So I simply click on accept and click on next, and it will take some time to install it because these Android SDK platforms should be available on your system. It means these Android APIs. Android APIs means these the emulators version should be available on your system. Because in Appium also we will be using, let's see, Android 7 we want to execute, or Android 8 we want to execute. Let's see, we have Samsung 7 having Android 8, and then we have Nexus with Android 9, and then at the same time, let's see, we have OnePlus with Android 7 or 8, like this. So we will be executing like this. So make sure that okay, all these platforms are available in our system. So you select it, and then again it will start downloading all these things. Okay, so it takes some basic time, and then we will see accordingly. So once this is done, it takes some time, guys. So let it be download. First time, obviously, it will take time, and this is only one-time activity. It's not like every day you have to do it. This is the Android SDK installation initially. So I'm just pausing this, okay, the recording, and once this is done, again I'll enable it.
This conference will now be recorded.
So guys, here you see that okay, we have whatever the requested components were there, 7, 8, 9, everything is available over here now, and installed properly, and it will show this message done, and then you click on finish. And after clicking on finish, you just click on OK, and then this is also done. And again, you go to your SDK manager once again from configure, and then copy this particular path. So over here you can see the complete list that okay, yes, 9 is available. This is the status is installed, 8.1 is also installed, and 7 and 6 also installed. So if you need a very older version of Android like Jelly Bean and KitKat and Gingerbread, right, older version of if you, let's say in your company you are supporting some older version of the devices also on Android, then you can take these things as well. So these are just emulators. These are not the real devices. These are just the virtual devices in the form of emulators. So we'll talk about emulators and simulators later, but this is like as of now you have to do it, and you just copy this particular path. This is the Android SDK path available on your system, and that's it. After that, guys, what we have to do that in Windows machine, we have to set up our environment variables, which are very, very important. So what do you need to do? You need to download one, I tell you, one app. This just search this rapid environment editor on your Google. So just go to Google and simply write rapid environment editor. So instead of going to in your system and installing your system environment and changing your system environment and path variable and environment variables, this is a little confusing over there actually, because sometimes you have to put the semicolon or colon or space and everything. So better you take this particular utility. This is a very good app. Click on download, and you just launch it. It will give you the complete list of your environment variables and the path variable available on your Windows machine, right? So I always use this whenever I have to work upon, okay, on my Windows laptop, on my Windows machine. So it's already available on my system. I've already downloaded it, and you just need to click on this rapid. Okay, I have already downloaded. You just need to click on rapid EE setup, and it will say you yes, and just click on OK. You can download it and then you need to install it. So let it install and simple click on install, and just simple close this. It's saying for donation, so just click on, we don't want to donate. And it's saying launch rapid environment editor. Yes, so this is the environment editor. Instead of going to your system environment variables, so it will show you like this, all the environment variables, system variables, as well as the user variables will be shown over here. Now you have to be very careful while adding the environment variables, right? Otherwise it might change your settings of your okay laptop. So one thing guys, you need to do that. Can you see this option, restart as administrator? So either you launch this particular rapid environment editor app with administration, or you can simply click on this button once again, restart as administration, because then only we will be able to do that. Then only we will be able to add the variables. So now just click on this restart as administrator. Now we have logged in with administrator in this particular app. Not logged in actually, with the access user is admin user. Now what we have to do, first variable wise, we have to do, I'll tell you, we have to add our Java underscore home variable over here. So how to add Java underscore home variable? So to add the Java underscore home variable, you just need to click on this particular plus icon. Can you see that, add new variable? So you click on this plus icon and simple add Java, everything is capital, Java underscore home. Don't write any small letter. Okay, so Java underscore home, and it will be a string. So click on OK. And okay, let's do one thing, not here actually, sorry, by mistake I did that, so just delete it. You just come over here and in this particular section and click on this new variable you have to create, Java underscore home. Guys, very careful, otherwise it might change your system settings, right? So we can see that, okay, Java underscore home. So inside the system variables, guys, you have to create, not inside the user variables. And then click on this F7 insert directory path. Okay, just click on this F7 insert directory path, and where exactly your Java is available. So my Java is available under my program files. So I'll go to my C drive and go to your program files, go to Java, and here you need to select cable only JDK. Okay, you just need to select only JDK 1.8 and click on OK. So don't select any bin and anything, you simple select JDK 1.8. Okay, and then save it. Can you see that this particular save icon is there? So simple save it. After that, what you need to do, you need to, can you see that one path variable over here? Okay, so you just open this path variable and right click on this particular path and click on add variable. So you need to add one path variable over here as well. And what is your variable name? Okay, so what you need to do, let's do one thing. Inside this path variable, guys, we have to be very careful. Do one thing, we need to add one variable over here. So just click on add value to the current variable. So under this path we have to add it, not a new path variable we have to create. So instead of this, just click on this, and here we have to, okay, here we have to create one. Okay, we have to give the insert directory path and go to your once again C drive, go to your program files, go to your Java, and here you have to select, guys, you have to give your Java path variable. So you have to select JRE now, and under JRE you have to select bin and then click on OK. So make sure that, okay, under path this location should be there of your JRE. C program files Java JRE bin. Very careful, guys, be careful with all these things. Okay, don't create any unnecessary or extra variables. So under path you have to create it, and make sure Java underscore home is also available over here, and then save it. Right, so the moment you save it, it will be saved. After that, you need to add uh, one more variable, one more system variable, that is called Android underscore home variable you have to create. So what I'm going to do that, again click on this and click on Android underscore home. Everything is capital letter. Android underscore home, select the string type and click on OK. So you will see Android underscore home. So just click on this insert directory path, or simple You remember that we copied our Android underscore home path from here. Okay, if you go to your SDK manager once again, this is the path you have to select. So simple select this particular path, copy this, come over here, and then simple paste it over here like this. So make sure that Android underscore home path is there. C user, whatever it's there according to your operating system. Okay, so don't do any silly mistakes over here, right? No spelling mistake. Don't type it manually. Just copy paste. And after that, guys, we need to add three important paths under the path variable. Under this particular path variable, we have to add three important things. One is platform tools, and tools bin. Okay, these three things we have to add. So let's do it. So what I'm going to do, that click on it and click on this hierarchy based plus, and first of all, let's see insert file directory path. So where exactly my it's, I'll go to my C drive. Okay, we will go to this particular location, our Android SDK location, C drive. Under this particular C drive, one second, C users 9190, and we should have this, one second. Okay, we should have this 91990, and we should have app data. If we don't have, maybe it's, one second guys, let me check it once again. Okay, so I'll go to C drive and user, after user 9110, and after 9110 you should have the app data. If you don't have, that's okay. Let me check it again. Okay, let me check it in public once. Okay, let it be like this. So I'll do one thing. So first, whatever the path is there, first of all, this particular path, okay, maybe it's not available while creating with app 7. So Android SDK, and under SDK forward slash, okay, under SDK forward slash, you will get one option. You just need to write platform tools. Everything is small letter. Platform, can you see that one option is coming, platform tools? You just select this particular option and then done, and then save it. Okay, and after that, again we have to add one more thing. So again, the location of your SDK, Android SDK, okay, backslash and then tools, not sorry, forward slash, backslash tools, and then select this particular tools, and then done. And then again you need to add one more tool, SDK, and go to tools, and then go to bin. Okay, tools and bin, this is also important to add. So and then save it. So make sure that, okay guys, these three things are available: tools bin, tools, and SDK platform tools, right? And once this is done, you can just close this particular, because don't, otherwise you might do some mistakes over here. So just close this rapid environment editor tool and click on exit. So this is exit, and then this is also done. And you do one thing, you just go to your command prompt. So let me open a new command prompt, and let's see. We'll go to the command prompt, and from the command prompt, just simple write SDK manager space hyphen hyphen list. Let's see what exactly is showing. So it is fetching some remote repository, and everything is installed properly. Then it will show you that, okay, all the system images for Android and everything with respect to all the SDK repositories, and okay. So SDK manager list, you have to give this particular command. So guys, let me write down some notes. Okay, so first thing is that you need to install. So download from here. This is for the download link. After download, what you need to do, you have to install Android SDK, and after installing Android SDK, install Google or Android APIs means the emulators, right? So right now you can try with 7, 8, 9. These three emulators you can download. I've already shown you. And after that, what do you need to do? You just need to set the system path variable. And how many paths? The first path is Java underscore home. Second one is Android underscore home. Okay. And after that, you have to set the path for JRE. Okay. Under JRE in path variable. Right. So I would write it like this. So we have one path variable, and under this path variable, you have to set JRE path. Second one is what? Tools part. The third one is tools under, okay, and tools bin path, and the fourth one is tools platform tools. Okay, guys. So these three things you have to configure under four things you have to configure under your path variable with Java home and Android home. So this is the most important thing, guys. You have to follow properly. Otherwise, it will not work. And the third thing is, fine. Then once everything is done, you open your command prompt. Open your CMD. CMD means command prompt. And then what? Run this command. What is my command name? SDK, okay, manager space hyphen list. So this should show all the SDK manager repositories, something like this. Okay. So this is the third step that you have to make sure everything is your configuration and everything is fine. Then you have to make sure SDK manager and hyphen list is working fine or not. So there are two hyphens actually. Okay. So this is, you can see that, okay, this particular screen is available over here perfectly. Okay, after that, once this is done, what you need to do, guys, you just type UI automator, okay, UI automator viewer, UI automator viewer, okay. So, and then run it, and when you run it, it will take some time. So let's see what it's doing. It's saying that, okay, it will open your UI automator viewer. So this automator viewer, we will connect our device with, okay, over here, and then we will see that, okay, yeah, everything is okay. We are able to inspect the element, and we are able to inspect the devices over here or not. So you just don't do anything over here. You just minimize it. After that, you do one thing. Just open your SDK. Okay, open your SDK manager, or I'll do. Okay, we'll do one thing. Okay, open your SDK manager from here, and can you see that again you go to configure and go to ABD manager. Okay, so this is called Android virtual device manager. So you just click on ABD manager. Now we will set up our ABD manager that, okay, what kind of virtual device you want, because right now we are not playing with any physical device, not the actual device. So you need to create a virtual device, and we will see that, okay, we are able to create the virtual device or not. And then you click on create virtual device, and you will see that, okay, what kind of device you need. So here we will see that, okay, you can take TV devices also, because Android TVs are also available with Sony TV with Android and all, phone, Wear OS, and Wear operating system, and tablet also you can select. But right now we will do it initially with phone. So which device you want? So let's see, we will see Pixel XL is there or not with 5.5 inches, and resolution is like this. And click on next, and it's saying that, okay, you have to which version you need. So Pixel XL, let's say I want to take Pi version or Oreo version. So let's say I want to take Oreo version. So you need to download it actually with Android 8.1. So just click on download, and again it will start downloading that Pi version or whatever the Oreo version that you have selected, and let it download. It's around 746 MB. So guys, this every time whenever you need a new device, you need a new API, or API means you need a new simulator or emulator with respect to Android version on which device. So initially we had downloaded, okay, yeah, we need Android 8 or 9, but now we need specifically with Pixel XL phone, right? The Google Pixel phone, or maybe Samsung phone, or whatever. So you can check it over there, and then you can configure, and Android SDK will automatically download those components. So this is how actually developers also, they do the same thing actually. So, but this is a part of our automation thing whenever we have to work with Android devices. So let it download, and I think it's almost done at 90%. And quickly we will see. Okay, so now it is downloaded, and now it is unzipping. So let it do that. So I hope you can understand my situation, like, because the installation part is very critical in Android. If you do proper installation, if you do proper setup on your system, then you are good to go. It's not like Selenium. It's not like, hey, just simple add the dependency and start add the Chrome driver.executable file and start using it. No, it's not like that. So you have to be very careful, and you should have the knowledge, proper knowledge about it. And then simple click on finish. So I think this is done, and now Oreo is available. And okay, let's do one thing. Yeah, so this is done, and Oreo is done, and select this particular Oreo and click on next. And you can give the ABD name, whatever the virtual device name you want to give. So let's see, I don't want to change the name. Let it be like this, Pixel XL API 27. And you need which setup orientation? You need portrait one or landscape. So I'll select portrait one and enable device frame, yes, and then click on finish. And the moment you see that, it got created over here. Okay, that pixel, you can create multiple devices, right? So you, let's see, I just maximize it, and then you will see that, okay, you can see over here. And after that, size on this, it's taking around 1 GB, right? So make sure that, okay guys, you have the proper uh, space is available on your system. After that, guys, if your machine is not very much compatible, like you have only 2 GB or 3 GB RAM, it will not work properly. I'm telling you, it will be very slow. So you just need to start this particular ABD, okay, ABD, whatever the virtual device that you created. You just click on this play button, and we will launch it. So you will see that the it will start your ABD. Okay, so let's see it is installing or not. And the same process you have to follow on Mac machine as well. That I'll create a separate video on that. So yeah, see, it is creating one Android device. It will look like your Android phone. Here it is. Let it, one second. It came in the background. Let's see. Okay. This is UI automated. One second. Okay, I think it could not be launched. So let's do one thing. Yeah, let's install it, launch it again. Sometime it does not launch. So it's saying that, okay, Android, yeah. Can you see that now it got launched? And you will see that, okay, it looks like your Android phone now. Okay, but the virtual phone. And emulator engine failed. Something message is there, and then some it will do automatic configuration. This is just like a new device that you have taken. And yeah, you can see that it will do some basic configuration initially, and then all the apps and everything will be visible over here. And then later on, we will download the app, right? Whatever the and which app you want to automate, we will download the app in the form of APK file later on, and then I'll show you. But right now, let's see, this is the AVD thing is working fine. So you don't touch it, and let it be like this. After that, guys, now let me quickly write the notes also. So the fourth thing is uh, go to AVD Manager. Go to AVD Manager, create a device or create a virtual device. Okay, let's see, in our case we have selected Google Pixel, whatever device that you want, Google Pixel, okay, 2 or whatever, with API 27. and then simple launch it. And the moment you launch it, it will look like this. Can you see that on my system? On my screen, it will look like this, and it will configure accordingly. Now see, it is almost configured. This is the first screen, we can see that. And it will behave like a typical Android phone now. Okay, you can change the settings and everything. You can do a lot of things over here. So see, you can see all the apps available over here. Right, guys? Fine. So let it be like this. We will not touch it now. And you can close it later on by closing this. So let me close it. We don't need it as of now. So just close it. So this is just to check that, okay, yes, our AVD manager is also working fine or not. So you just close it, and then that AVD is stopped now. So this is a 4-step base. After that, what do you need to do? After that, now we have to start our Appium installation. Okay, so we have to write down Appium desktop installation. So to install Appium, what we need to do? We need to go to Appium website. So I'll do one thing. We will launch Appium from here. So you just go to appium.io/downloads.html. Okay, and after that, it will ask you that, okay, click Appium for OS, Windows, and Linux. So just click on it. We don't need any library as of now. And you will see that, okay, the latest version is this 1.13. I think just 20 days ago they launched. So this is the Appium desktop we have to install. And right now we are using, for all the Mac users, they have to install Mac, but we are using Windows, so we have to use this. Don't use this block map. We have to use .exe. And you just click on this particular executable file. It will take a couple of seconds to download. It's only 117 MB. I know, guys, this video is quite lengthy, but we cannot divide into 2 parts. We have to cover everything within the same video. And once this is done, we will go to this particular folder. And yeah, so you can see that Appium Windows this. Sorry, you just double click on it. Okay, and start installing. So simple click on install. So let it be do that. In iOS, we have seen that, okay, in Mac machine, it's totally different. Okay, in Mac machine, we had to download a couple of other things. But right now, this is a kind of thing that we have to do that on Windows machine. So once this Appium setup is done, we will proceed further. So let it be installed. It takes a couple of minutes to install, because again the Appium setup is also lengthy, and it's checking all the basic installation configuration on your system, and then it will be installed properly. Okay, so don't be confused between your Windows machine and the Mac machine. The configuration steps okay, most of the cases different. And I think this is almost done. And then simple run Appium. So simple click on finish, and it will launch your Appium server. Click on finish. So the moment you do it, it should be launched. It takes some time to launch in Windows, guys, because in Windows everything is a little slow actually. So I'll give you this particular URL to download the Appium stuff. So this is the download link. Okay, and you will see that yeah, Appium is available over here. And download, and then simple install Appium desktop. So this is Appium desktop we have downloaded. Now what is Appium desktop and everything, that I'll tell you later. you just launch it, and after launching it, guys, what you need to do, you just need to go to Advanced tab, and in Advanced tab, this is a server address. So in server address, you just simple write your local address 127.0.0.0.1, and by default it will run on 4723 port. So don't do anything and simple click on Start Server, and make sure that okay, you are getting this particular window. So you can see that Appium REST HTTP interface listener started on this particular IP address with 4723. Okay, this is the Appium server got started, right? And sometime it might ask you to get the permission also, then only it will be started. So one prompt will be displayed on your system that okay, hey, allow access or not. So simple click on allow access. So once this is done, install Appium and launch. First, before launching, configure Appium desktop with following IP. Okay, IP is 127.0.0.1 and the port is 4723. Okay, configure. Okay, so this is the second part, and you will see that okay, make sure the Appium server is up and running. It will show you that Appium server is up and running, okay, on this particular black window. So after that, yeah, that's all, guys, that you have to do it for Android thing. Once this is done, late in the next video, I'll tell you that how can you, we will create one Eclipse project and we will create one Java project, and then we will configure everything over there, and we will write one test cases. We will add the Appium dependencies and everything, and with respect to Java client, right? So this is just an installation and the download part, how to set up, how to install. So last step is make sure that Appium server is up and running. In Mac machine, I have told you how to configure the path and everything, how to install Android Studio, how to install other basic configuration and a different component, okay, for iOS. Okay, I have told you on that day, because for a Mac I have to create one more video how to install all these things, ABD Manager, and how to set up ABD Manager, desktop Appium and everything. That I'll tell you in the next video. But for Windows, that is enough. That is done. Okay. So if you can do it step by step, this part is very critical. Set up the system path and the configuration path. And once you are able to do it, make sure that okay, everything is working fine, pretty much. Okay. And this is the same thing you have to do it in your new laptops. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you are enjoying this particular Appium series, and you, a lot of new things will be there in Appium. I'll be creating the videos for those things. So keep watching Naveen Automation Labs. Let me know if you have any issues with that. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching this video.